Welcome back to Small Secrets, Big Rewards. This is part 1 of the 10 tips from ATC, brought to you by Living in Hope. Number 1, own your past. Forgive, but don't forget. Forgive, forget, what's the difference? There are many folks who will tell you that forgiving means forgetting. These people are not ready to understand that forgiving means the opposite. That in fact, forgiving means accepting in spite of. Forgiving means trying to understand where a perceived transgression comes from and accepting it as part of the transgressor's nature. What one person, you, perceives as a transgression or hurtful act may well be a common response from the one who hurt you, and therefore by that person is not perceived as hurtful. It is up to you to determine whether or not you're willing to continue accepting responses that cause pain. If you decide you're willing to continue accepting responses from others that cause you pain, doubt, fear, anxiety, or reduced self-esteem, reduced personal sovereignty, then you must be prepared to accept the consequences of pain, doubt, fear, anxiety, reduced self-esteem, and reduced personal sovereignty. There is no getting around that fact. If you wish to accept someone else's judgment of your worth, then you have, until such a time as you reclaim your right, given your esteem to someone else to measure and value or devalue according to their yardstick instead of your own. Forgiving frequently means examining, weighing, and accepting something that it may very well be contrary to your personal nature to accept. Forgiving requires knowledge of the person and the reasonings behind their actions, as well as a deep knowledge of self, usually revolving around whether or not you're in a position to make changes that you desire. Forgiveness also means frequently extending your own ability to empathize or sympathize with someone else and whatever may have been plaguing them at the moment they lashed out. For those who argue that forgiveness equates to forgetting, I will tell you here and now that this is not so. Forgetting a perceived transgression is virtually impossible when it accompanies personal pain. It is too connected to the person who hurt you. Forgiving is a vastly different state of mind, and one that it is essential to bring into the home of your heart. You can forgive without forgetting. In fact, you should not forget. To paraphrase the immortal words of Santayana, those who forget the past are usually doomed to repeat it. Truer words have never been quoted or misquoted. Forgetting a transgression against yourself, your sovereignty, your person, is the same as denying that any such event ever happened. If that is a choice you enter into willingly and with knowledge and understanding, that is certainly your choice. If it is a mindset you are encouraged to take at the behest of someone else, then it is one you'd do well to think over several times. Forgetting leaves the door open for others to commit the same transgression against you. Forgiving leaves the door open for you to make more well-educated choices about who you let influence your life based on the experiences of the past. Would you choose to have amnesia and perhaps waste time living all your programming mistakes again? Or would you prefer to walk into the light, educated, accepting of the mistakes you've made, and knowing that you are armed for better decisions to create a future that is truer to your nature? We'll continue with part 2 of the 10 tips next week, I hope. If you like what you've heard so far, please like and subscribe. And if you know anybody who you'd like to share this with, please do so. It all helps the YouTube algorithm, as you know. So thank you very kindly. This has been Living in Hope, and we will see you soon. Until then, keep hoping.